Good morning, everyone. Here we are at the first full day at the Holiday Inn in Key Largo. And pretty nice here so far. I'm sitting out here in the pool area. I'll give you a shot here in a second. And it's nice because you got a water feature right behind me, which is a nice little noise, I guess. It's a nice little background music, so to speak. And then you got the pool view, and the sun is basically up. Beautiful day here. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Got the water feature right here at this pool, and then over here you can see we have the pool area along with the tiki hut. And I'm sitting under like this thatched roof umbrella. But I'll tell you, the thing about this place is that it's Humphrey Bogart themed. Like, I just noticed that they call it the Boogie Lounge in here, where it's inside. There's like a lounge in there. I'm not sure if this area has a name. I know the African Queen is right next door, and just down the street, which I'll visit, is a bar where they filmed the movie Key Largo, or parts of it. I'm not sure how much was filmed there, but it was definitely part of the movie. So it's a very Humphrey Bogart influenced area just in here, and the hotel seizes upon that, which is kind of neat. You know, so today I got plans, and you'll see what I do. I'm going to head down to the bird sanctuary for one and check that out, and then I'm hoping to get some snorkeling in today. It's a you know, right here is really nice, but sometimes snorkeling, to get in the water, if you got that really cool breeze blowing over you, it can be a bit uncomfortable. But I'm determined to do it, because that is in fact why I'm here, to do snorkeling. Everything else is kind of an add-on. So, but I had a great night's sleep. That's the most important thing. Boy, I slept like a rock here. The bed's comfortable, and I went to bed relatively early for me on vacation, and had a great night's sleep. I could get breakfast inside here. They have like a buffet style breakfast, and I think it's around $15. But what I did is I went out and bought a bunch of protein drinks from the Walgreens down the street, and I think I'm just going to have one of those for breakfast after I have my coffee. So that's it for right now. A beautiful resort area here, a little bit weather beaten, but it's still nice. And the pool, by the way, is heated. That was really something. When I jumped in yesterday, it was starting to cool off the temperature with the breeze. And when I jumped in, I was surprised that it was heated, but that was nice. And the pool was actually warmer than the air. So that was a bit, I don't want to call it refreshing. It was just very nice. So that's about it for now. We'll be headed to the bird sanctuary right after I get squared away. So one of the notable places here in Key Largo or nearby is the Laura Quinn Wild Bird Sanctuary. And this is a place where birds are brought to rehabilitate. And what happens is some of them can be released back in the wild, whereas some of them can't. So I believe the rehab area may be closed, but they do have an area that you can walk through where birds reside here now. So we're gonna walk through here and check it out. It's a really cool thing. I know up where I live in Cape Ann, they have a thing called CAW, Cape Ann Wildlife, I believe is what it is, and it's a rehabilitation center for wildlife, and they get owls and hawks. And just as a little point of reference, a lot of those birds are brought in due to poisons, because people set out poisons for rodents and stuff, and then the bird eats the rodent, but it also eats the poison. So keep that in mind when you're setting out things for rodents and stuff, that there is a chain of command, so to speak, in the wildlife. So the food chain, that's the word I'm looking for. So we got some birds here, check them out. These are woodpeckers, they look like, okay? Oh yeah. So they do ask for a donation, and I just put money in the box just now, and that helps fund this great initiative. So we're gonna walk through and see what we have here. Some of these birds are gonna be way in the back. Got a swallowtail kite way back there. Oh wow. Broad-winged hawks. As you can see, he's got a feather hanging off, so he's probably got a damaged wing. I'm gonna walk over here. Here we have an owl. Up top. Oh, here's a barred owl. I've seen these guys. I've seen these guys up in the woods where I walk my dogs. They are magnificent. Look at the size of that thing. He stands about, I would say, 2 foot tall, at least from tail to the top of his head. It's really neat here. I love seeing wildlife, birds and stuff. You know what's wild is my wife and I just installed an owl box on our property, and we're hoping that it will help cure some of the voles we have. That an owl will take up residence and take care of the voles instead of putting out poison for the voles, which are these mole-like species that eat some of the plants we don't want them eating. But we don't like putting poison out, because then if a bird, a raptor of some sort, eats that vole, then it's going to get sick. So we have a short-tailed hawk up here, and then over here we have a Harris hawk. You can see him sitting way up there. He goes. Pretty cool. This is nicely laid out. It's got the composite decking with composite rails built out over, I think these are mangroves. Is that what they call these areas? Okay, coming up on some vultures here. Do we have any? I could smell them. Oh, there's one. 2 of them right there. You can see down here. And I'm not sure what kind of vultures. Those are turkey vultures. And I've seen turkey vultures come across them on the ground like that. And boy, at first I looked and I thought it was a turkey. And we have these birds all over New England now, and for the longest time we didn't. And I believe that was because of all the DDTs that they have since outlawed. And the DDTs were making the eggs soft, and hence you didn't have any newborns. And that was happening with the vultures, the eagles, the hawks, and now up in New England we're seeing them all come back. And when I was a kid, I don't ever remember seeing snowy egrets or great egrets, which are both white birds, and now we see them up there all summer. So that's really, I love seeing that, and you know, I just think it's great. So, and we have a couple pelicans, I believe, in here. That's a cormorant up there, I believe. Yeah, there's pelicans over the side. Oh, here's a big one right here. That's a big boy. That's a big pelican. And there's another one off to the right that you can't really see. Big gecko sitting out there in the grass, hanging out. And there he goes. But this bird sanctuary, all of a sudden it ends down here. I don't know what that's about. Here we are in the Florida Keys. Very shallow water here. That was nice. I'm gonna walk back through there. I think that's the end of it right there. I'll find out. I just think it's a really great thing. Come through if you're ever down here. Give 10 bucks as a donation. Check out the wildlife they're saving. I mean, why not? And it's just a really nice thing down here. And, you know, to help preserve the wildlife, to help rehabilitate it, things like that. Well, here's something I didn't notice when I was coming down here. Something you always have to be aware of. Caution, there are crocodiles in the area. Oh boy. Got a little construction going on up here. So this young lady here, Nadine, allowed me into the back area a little bit. Let's check out what she's doing. What are you doing, Nadine?
So we have fish sort every single day where we pick up fish from mostly dolphin places. And this is the leftover fish that the dolphin didn't eat, so we pick through it. It's mostly capelin and herring, and whatever looks bad, we chum it, and it gets sent to Key Largo fisheries, and I think it's turned into like turtle food afterwards.
Oh, wow.
So we just sort it from capelin to herring for the sanctuary. And then this is the hospital fish that gets sent to our birds that are being rehabilitated.
That's super. So we're in this area where the birds rehabilitated, because I know that's kind of behind the scenes, right?
Yeah, it's behind the scenes. Our hospital is 5 minutes down the road if you take a right out of here.
Ah, so this is actually the bird sanctuary, and the hospital is in a different area.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's right.
I noticed you have some pelicans in back of you, huh?
Yeah, so those are some of the guys that are being rehabilitated.
Right, but they're not, that area isn't open to the public, I take it?
Yeah, it's
right?
not.
Yeah. Well, I thank you for that. That's awesome. I think this is a great, it's a great thing that's going on here, no doubt about it. And I was telling the viewers that up where I live, it was for a long time, we didn't have vultures and egrets, and you wouldn't see hawks as much, and I attributed that to the DDTs that would soften the eggs. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So.
Yeah, ospreys, bald eagles.
Right, I have.
A bunch of different birds.
We actually, my house is right off an area that has an osprey nesting platform, and we watch them fly in every year on or about March 25th.
Yeah.
And then they start setting up camp. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's nice
awesome
to see them out there.
Oh yeah, they're like my favorite birds. So,
yeah, they're interesting.
Yeah.
And then they're out of there by like September.
Yeah.
You know, they do their hatchlings, they raise their young, and then all of a sudden they're gone. So.
Right.
But hey, thank you very much for this.
Yeah.
This is Nadine sitting here working, sorting fish.
Yep.
Some of which goes elsewhere, and some of it is for the bird sanctuary. Check out this tree. It's called a strangler fig. Seeds germinate in the crevices of other trees that have been spread by birds and wildlife. Roots begin to grow and strangle the support tree, eventually taking it over. Pretty wild. All right, so I was riding down the road. I just ate. I didn't have any dessert or anything, and I'm passing this key lime pie factory. So I'm gonna go ahead and have a slice of key lime pie at the key lime pie factory. Let's check it out. Oh yeah. I've eaten at the one in Key West, but it's been a long time. So we're gonna go in here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Looks like I'm gonna have to get some gifts for the wife here. See what we have. All right. Looking good. So I'm gonna grab a slice. See what we have. Oh, so what do we got here? Meringue on key lime pie. Then we got some stuff for the wife. Some meringues, key lime meringues, and some key lime pie cookies. And you know what?
Alright, you're all set. Which
These
one?
look tasty.
Yes,
Let's
they
throw in
are.
one of those.
They are.
Those are key lime pecans.
Very much. You too. Alright.
Alright, so the meringue key lime pie has won awards here. And I've heard about it. It's the most expensive on the little menu that they have. So I figured I'd give it a shot. Before, the last time I was here was years ago in Key West. And at that time I probably just had the key lime pie with whipped cream on it. So we'll give this a shot. I love key lime pie. And the key lime pie you get down here is not the same as the stuff you get home. That's a fact. So let's give this a try. Oh boy. Very good. That lime just gives it a little zing at the end. It all melts in your mouth. Excellent. If you're ever in the Keys, you gotta have some key lime pie. I should mention that when you get your key lime pie, if you purchase a slice like I did, you can sit in there, nice little garden area here in the back. Check this out. Nice, there were a bunch of people sitting out here a little bit ago. But this is really nice and peaceful. Good place to eat a good piece of pie. And then sometimes you just got to do a little shopping. This store has always intrigued me, Shell World. So I figure I'll take a walk in, see what they got. It's one of the biggest stores around here, so. Looks like they got a lot of everything. Nice stuff here. I love that mirror. Huh?